Today's portion of scripture is from the last chapters of the book of Job, chapters 40 to 42. You know, there's a difference between knowing about God and really knowing God. Knowing about Him can result in reciting a number of facts, maybe true or false, about the Lord, but at the same time, not allowing Him actually to have any control in our lives or any impact in our lives. And for most people, many of whom even profess to believe in God, they've never really allowed God to be an essential part of their day-to-day lives. Really knowing God means submission. It means seeking His will instead of our own for all of life's decisions, the big and the small. And Job, like all of us, he only knew the tip of the iceberg about God. And so the question is, are we seeking a relationship with God, or are we comfortable just being religious? Without daily time in His Word, without spending time with Him in prayer, we are defenseless when we're facing life's challenges. Sadly, whenever we feel distant from God, He's never the one walking away. It's always us. In Psalm 94, it says, "For the Lord will not cast off His people. He will not forsake His inheritance." And we read in Hebrews 13 that He said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." So whenever we feel distant from God, it's all on us, not Him. He's the constant and we are the variable. So after weaving through, many chapters we've been in the book of Job, seeing the human reasoning between Job and his friends as they attempt to answer questions as to why Job was suffering, God speaks and He answers. And we come to the conclusion of the story. But we notice that Job's question is never really answered. God is the answer. Though Job was called blameless and upright in the opening verses in Job 1:1, this doesn't mean that he was sinless, but upright. Once Job sees himself in comparison to God, his questions no longer seem important. In Job chapter 40, Job answers the Lord and he said, "I am nothing. How could I ever find the answers? I will cover my mouth with my hand." And in chapter 42, verses 5 and 6, he says, "I had only heard about you before, but now I've seen you with my own eyes. I take back everything I said, and I sit in dust and ashes to show my repentance." The prophet Isaiah, he said something that sounded a little similar to that. He said in Isaiah 64:6, "We are all infected and impure with sin. When we display our righteous deeds, they are nothing but filthy rags." It's interesting that we demand answers at all, considering that we can't even answer our own questions. Paul acknowledges this in Romans chapter 7, verse 15. He said, "I don't really understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate." We look for answers, but we often don't even understand ourselves. And that brings us back to God's answer. God is always the answer. Whatever situation we find ourselves in, whether it's good or bad, we need to lean on and get closer to the Lord. Either it's a real relationship or it's not. Don't fool yourself. We live to glorify Him in good times or bad. He desires this relationship with us, and we need this relationship. He loves us so much that He will actually allow a lot of different things to come into our lives that are intended to draw us to Him, especially when we're not paying attention. And though Job was blessed materially at the end of the story, it pales in comparison to the fact that his relationship with God was ultimately deepened. We should never lose focus that we are God's ambassadors in a fallen world. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." Hallelujah. I pray that you've been blessed today as we've been reading and concluding the book of Job. We're about to start into the book of Exodus tomorrow. And we're going to be meeting to fellowship over the word with our online community from around the world, essentially, at touroftruth.com or touroftruth.org. I'd like to invite you. You're welcome to join us. It's free. It's live fellowship. You just simply come onto the website and click on the link at the appointed time, which is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We meet every Monday evening, same place, same time. So look forward to seeing you there and pray that God blesses you. Shalom.